Hello, everybody, and good morning. Welcome back to another episode with the CNY family. Those of you that are returning, thank you so much for coming back. Those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. If you like this content, please make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you're notified of any future videos that I do. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about Gabby Petito. Those of you that are new to true crime, Gabby Petito and her fiance, Brian Laundrie, were on a cross-country road trip when she supposedly went missing. And he showed back up at his home, at his parents' home in Florida, in her van without her, claiming to not know whatever happened to her. Okay. Well, new things have come up with her parents, so let's discuss a little bit about that. The fiance and killer of the domestic violence murder victim, Gabby Petito, desperately called his parents and told them that she was gone weeks before she was discovered dead. Even though they had gone on and shared messages expressing hope that she would be found and reunited with her family. Petito's parents, Joseph and Nicole, made the claim in a lawsuit that they are pursuing against Brian Laundrie's family and their attorney in the latest chapter to a case that has generated international news headlines. The Petitos, who changed the lawsuit with new allegations on November 30th, have accused the Laundrie parents, as well as their lawyer, of intentionally withholding information about their daughter's murder, inflicting on them pain and emotional distress. Now, those of you that followed the case, I followed it, I just did not make videos about it at the time. I knew right away that his parents knew exactly what had happened, because he seemed like one of those people that was a mama's boy, that was always used to, being taken care of by mommy and daddy. Okay. The Petitos allege that Christopher and Roberta Laundrie received a frantic telephone call from their son on August 29th, 2021, in which he said Gabby was gone and that he needed a lawyer. That same day, the Petitos allege that Christopher and Roberta Laundrie spoke with a lawyer, Stephen Bertolino. The Laundries from Florida are accused of telling Bertolino that Petito was gone and their son needed an attorney. 4 days later, they paid Bertolino to retain his services and in turn entered into a fee agreement with a criminal defense law firm in Wyoming, the state where Petito would later be found dead. Gabby was reported missing on September 11th, 2021, setting off a search effort around Wyoming's Grand Teton National Park, where she had planned to travel with Laundrie. Now, again, for those that did not follow, there's a lot of issues in Gabby and Brian's relationship. You could just tell. And they were actually pulled over by the police and questioned separately. Gabby clearly had marks on her eye, but yet she was the one who admitted to being physical with Brian. Although you could tell from that interaction, with her interaction with the police, that she was not emotionally where she should have been. So I don't know what, and none of us really know what it was like for her living at the Laundries, because they just were like the type of parents where their son could do no wrong. And I often wonder how they treated Gabby, you know? So they were questioned by the police and nobody was arrested. They were separated for the night. And Gabby wasn't heard from again. Those cops chose to not arrest Brian and to let them continue on while they were separated that night but they didn't do anything to stop them from continuing on with this cross-country trip, even though clearly those two should have never been in a vehicle together. The trip should have been over that day. 3 days after she was reported missing, Bertolino issued a statement on behalf of the Laundries reading, "It is our hope that the search for Miss Petito is successful and that Miss Petito is reunited with her family." Now, at this time, the Laundries already knew that Gabby would never be found alive. They already knew what their son had done, and they hid it to protect their son. Even from Gabby's parents, who were going out of their mind with worry, wondering what happened to their daughter. And these two, the Laundries, just let them worry. Just let them live in that fear of not knowing. Meanwhile, the day after his call to his parents, Laundrie sent a text message from Petito's phone to her mother saying that there was no cell service where they were. So not only did he take the life of a beautiful young woman, but he also tried to cover his tracks by sending a text message from her phone to her mother, pretending to be her. Sick and twisted. Nicole, Gabby's mother, now interprets that text as an attempt to deceive her into believing that Gabby was still alive. Ultimately, Petito's body was found at the national park on September 19th, 2021. A coroner later ruled that she had been strangled. Laundrie, for his part, went back home to Florida and died by self-inflicted means. In writings found near his remains, Laundrie claimed responsibility for Petito's killing. The Petitos amended the lawsuit, sharply criticizing the September 14th, 2021 statement that Bertolino released to the public. For the Laundries and their attorney to express their hope that Gabby Petito was located and reunited with her family at a time when they knew she had already been murdered by Brian Laundrie was beyond outrageous. Because who does that? I mean, this girl, I understand loving your child, right? Your son. I get that. But this girl lived with you. You got to know her. And she meant so little to them that this is the treatment that she got. Like, what kind of people would do that? The amended suit does not elaborate on how the Petitos knew about the phone call Laundrie made to his parents about his fiancée being gone, but NBC News reported being told by the Petitos' attorney, Pat Riley, that the information came from depositions that the Laundries gave in October. Oh, guys, and let's not forget the burn after reading letter. NBC also obtained a statement from Bertolino, who said, "We have no comment to the filed allegations. We will be filing our answers in the next few days." Gabby's death drew widespread attention online because she frequently posted on social media about her and Laundrie's travels, building up a relatively sizable following. The couple grew up in Blue Point, New York, but moved to Northport, Florida, where Laundrie's parents live. Now, they did release, a year later, they released video footage from a Whole Foods store where Brian and Gabby were there shopping. Now, you could tell from the minute that he got out of the van where he slammed the door shut that they were having their issues. You could tell by her body language and his body language while they were seen on footage at the store that things were just not right between the two of them. Now, what happens when you're young and on social media? Nobody posts the bad stuff, right? You don't want the world to see you in that light. Nobody posts that their relationship is awful. They just post happy videos and happy clips and happy photos that paint a picture that in reality is not real. because they don't want people to know. Unfortunately, it happens with a lot of young couples today. Petito's, the Petito and Laundrie family settled a wrongful death lawsuit in Florida for $3 million last year. Petito's parents promised that whatever money is received would go to a foundation dedicated to finding missing people and curbing domestic violence. Another pending lawsuit being pursued by Petito's family is a $50 million wrongful death complaint against police in Moab, Utah. The couple at one point got into a fight there, but despite signs of domestic violence, officers allowed them to resume their journey, culminating in the murder-suicide of a beautiful young girl whose life was lost to domestic violence, and she felt like she had nowhere to turn. We all had our suspicions. We're like, there's no way his parents didn't know. When he showed up there in her van without her after using her credit cards, there's just no way they didn't know. And now we know that they knew weeks before she was murdered. They knew weeks before what their son had done. And they tried to cover it up to protect their son. And it's just a shame. And I always said, think about this. Say it was your son and his girlfriend who had lived with you. You were able to get close to her. And your son shows up from a cross-country trip without her in her vehicle and says he doesn't know what happened to her. Would you not be grilling him from the minute he walked in that door until he busted out and told you what happened? The only reason you would never do that is if you already knew. Gabby, rest in peace. Fly high. You are gone, but never forgotten. And you will always be in the hearts of all of us who cared. All right, you guys, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up. Please sub to the channel, and please consider becoming a member. Leave me your thoughts and your comments down in the comment section below. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions. Keep spreading that light. And I will see you all next time.